You've been brainwashed, not by secret elites or hidden organizations, but by something far more intimate and insidious. Your parents, your teachers, your society, and most dangerously, your own mind. From the moment you were born, you began absorbing, mimicking, and conforming, slowly shaped into a reflection of what the world expected you to be. Every compliment and punishment, every unspoken rule and social cue molded your identity until you forgot who you were before the world told you who to be. Ask yourself, are your thoughts truly yours, or are they borrowed? Recycled beliefs passed down through generations and institutions. Did you choose your clothes, your ambitions, your opinions, or were they chosen for you before you even knew what choice meant? This is the disturbing reality, that what we think of as ourselves is often just a carefully constructed persona, a mask we wear to survive and be accepted. Carl Jung called this the persona, the social mask built from approval and fear, formed to navigate a world that rewards compliance and punishes authenticity. But beneath that mask lies the shadow, the repressed self, the parts of us we were told were unacceptable. Anger, ambition, desire, vulnerability, independence. We don't destroy these parts. We bury them, hide them for others, and ourselves. And the more we suppress them, the more they control us. That's the trap Jim fell into. A man who had everything success could offer: wealth, respect, family, admiration. He followed the script perfectly, but felt an invisible emptiness gnawing at him. A quiet voice whispered, "This is not you." But he ignored it like most people do, until the illusion cracked. One day, mid-laughter in a boardroom, he realized he wasn't laughing because he found the joke funny. He laughed because it was expected. That moment shattered his certainty. He rushed to the bathroom, stared into the mirror, and no longer recognized himself. It was the face of someone who had performed for so long, he'd forgotten who he was beneath the act. This is the silent panic of modern existence. Realizing you've become a stranger to yourself. Realizing you've been living someone else's life. The traits we hide, boldness, confidence, need for recognition, don't disappear. They live on in the shadow, emerging in strange, unconscious ways, in irritation, in self-sabotage, in our judgment of others. When you feel triggered by someone else's arrogance, neediness, or boldness, it's often because those are the parts of yourself you've disowned. The shadow reflects back at you everything you suppress. And this suppression has a cost: authenticity. We laugh when we don't want to, agree when we inwardly disagree, hide our tears, silence our rage, mask our insecurities, all to keep up the appearance of being good, agreeable, put together. But what we repress festers. The more you deny your shadow, the more it erupts unexpectedly, through anger, anxiety, addiction, depression, failed relationships, chronic procrastination, or an empty sense of never feeling enough, even when you have it all. The war between the persona and the shadow is relentless. Society teaches us to present only the parts that are lovable, marketable, acceptable. But what happens to the rest? What happens to the anger we were told is dangerous, the ambition we were told is selfish, the sensitivity we were told is weak? It doesn't vanish. It hides in the dark and waits for a chance to take control. And when it doesn't ask permission. That moment you snap without reason. The guilt after saying something cruel. The shame you feel but can't explain. These are signs of a shadow bursting through the mask. Jung warned that if the shadow is not brought into consciousness, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. So how do we stop living a lie? How do we find the self that existed before the programming began? The answer lies in individuation, Jung's path to wholeness. It's the process of recognizing the persona, uncovering the shadow, and integrating both into a conscious, authentic self. The first step is to observe your persona. What image do you present to the world? What 5 words would people use to describe you? Kind, hardworking, confident, responsible, funny. Now ask, are those words truly you, or masks you wear to be accepted? Maybe you're seen as nice, but deep down, you're silently angry and resentful. Maybe you're confident, but you're always afraid of being exposed. When we confuse our persona for our true self, we become lost in performance. The second step is to identify your shadow. Look at the traits in others that irritate or trigger you. Arrogance, weakness, attention-seeking. Why do these bother you? Often, it's because they reflect parts of yourself you've been taught to suppress. If you hate arrogance, do you hide your own confidence? If you resent attention seekers, do you secretly crave recognition? The shadow is not only your darkness, it's your hidden power, your unused potential, your buried strengths. A shy person may have a boldness waiting to emerge. A people-pleaser may harbor a powerful assertiveness. Someone passive may have the drive to take control of their life, but lacks permission to express it. The final step is integration. Stop fighting your shadow. Engage with it. Express what you suppress in healthy, conscious ways. Turn anger into assertiveness, fear into action, suppressed creativity into art. Use journaling, meditation, imagination. Speak to the shadow like Jung did. Ask it, what do you want? Why are you here? How can I use you instead of fighting you? This is the path to inner alignment. Not by becoming someone new, but by reclaiming what you've buried. True strength is owning your full self, not just the polished parts. For the next 24 hours, watch yourself closely. Notice when you laugh just to fit in, when you hold back your real opinions, when you play roles to match your surroundings. Ask yourself, who's really in control? Your conscious self, or the persona you've been taught to maintain? Breaking free means stripping away what isn't truly yours and remembering the self that existed before society carved you into a shape. That self, the real you, has always been there, quietly waiting beneath layers of fear, expectation, and pretense. The question is, are you ready to meet them?